Okay, everybody. Hey. What's up? What's up? Wow. Listen, let me get my, hold on. Get me ready. What's up? Why is YouTube doing that to me? Get my, okay, hold on. Get me ready. Mm-hmm. Guys, this is my first time trying to go YouTube live. So I'm working out some of the kinks. Working out some of the kinks. Let me, yeah. All right, great. Hopefully this works. Um, Going YouTube live. So let me just make a quick check to see if I can pull it up here just to check. See if I'm there or not. If not, we're just gonna continue. Okay. All right. Anthony, I'm gonna ask you to check for me, please, to see if everything is okay on my channel on YouTube, if you can. Yes, just check for me because I want to just not be so heavily distracted because you are here. So check for me and you can put a message in the chat for me and let me know, all right, what's happening. But either ways, welcome. Listen. Tonight is an amazing night. If we've never met before, I'm Anne Marie, and I am your Christian life coach, and I'm the host of Monday Night Live, where we come together as a community and we talk and we discuss and we ask questions about anything and everything. Tonight, however, we are going to be talking about steer clear. That's it. Steer clear. Of who? 5 types of men. And if you're a male and you're on with us tonight, it goes for women as well. But we're going to be talking about 5 types of men you should never, ever be in a relationship with. Never be in a relationship with. Okay? So we're going to take a few minutes. We're going to have fun with each other. As you come in, I want you to let me know where you're coming from so I can give you a big shout out. Also, if tonight is your first night with us on Monday Night Live, I need you to put a number 1 in the chat. Number 1, if tonight is your first night. Are we ready? Woo! Are you super excited? I've been waiting all week for tonight. All week since last week. I've been waiting for tonight, and I'm sure you have been as well. Fantastic. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Now, let's welcome. Let me see who we got. We got Maria from Tobago. Welcome, Maria. Welcome. We got Claudette. Hey, Claudette, my girl. Hey. Good night as well. Pen and paper along with tea in hand. Ready. That's what I'm talking about. Girl, you are ready. Listen. And if you don't have your pen, you don't have your paper, you don't have your tea, I don't know if you're gonna get sweet bread or rock cake or what you having. Some crackers, some cheese, some crick, some whatever. But you need something because tonight is gonna be fire. Tonight gonna be fire. Yes. So grab something. Let me just welcome you all. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Reverend Jackie. Woo! Come on, let me know where you're coming from. Let me know where you come from. Welcome. And Jackie, this is your first time extra. Woo! Welcome. The Monday Night Live is your first time. Listen, it's gonna be awesome. Kalan is in the house. Brooklyn is in the house. Welcome, Kalan. Welcome. Lorna, number 1 first time. Come on, Lorna, welcome. Come on in, girl. Come on in. Get your tea, get your notebook, get your pen. We're talking about 5 men you need to stay clear of. You need to stay clear. If you're dealing with any of these men tonight, I'm empowering you. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do so that you can, listen, make some strong decisions, okay? Strong, either it gets resolved or it gets resolved. It's either it gets resolved or it gets resolved, okay? But tonight, I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to help you to spot. You got to put on your deep dive glasses with me tonight. Come on. You got to put on those binoculars. Tonight, we're going deep. All right, Brooklyn is in the house. Hi, Ra, coming straight out of Brooklyn. Hey, Pastor Ra, welcome, 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 welcome. Woo-hoo! Joan, welcome, welcome, Joan. Brooklyn in the house. Welcome, 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 Joan. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So awesome, so good to have you. If you're just coming in, let me know where you're coming from. And if this is your first night, number 1, just hit the number 1. Hit me up with the number 1. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me see. We got Brooklyn. Alana. Brooklyn in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. Brooklyn. Woo, 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 woo. Brooklyn. Wonderful. I see Tunapuna. Yes. Oh, Trisha. Hello, Trisha. Tobago and Tunapuna. That's what we're talking about. 2 thumbs up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Monday Night Live with your Christian life coach. Yes, we're going in tonight. We're going deep tonight. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Brooklyn. Welcome, 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 welcome. Awesome, awesome. Ooh, I'm feeling so excited. So excited. Awesome. Hey, Monica. Come on down. Come on down. Oh, awesome, 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 awesome. Listen. If you know a sister or a brother who should be here and you need a check, you need to do a check, a wellness check, a wellness check, because she's supposed to be here tonight. Send out a WhatsApp. Let's go. I'm not sticking to that tonight. We're getting into it because I don't want you to fall asleep. I don't want you to miss anything. You know you got people in the Caribbean. Let them know. Send them a message. Let them know it's not 9 p.m. It's happening right now. Let them know that Coach Anne-Marie is already rocking and she is ready to go. So if you're coming in, let me... Oh, yes, my brother, Philly from Tunapuna. Welcome. We got 2 more minutes to welcome. Yeah, if you're on, let me know where you're coming from. I'm seeing an iPhone guest. Come on, let me know where you're coming from. And so I can welcome you. Yes, we absolutely love you. And listen to me, it's my passion, my dream, it's my goal, it's my everything. I want you to succeed in all of your endeavors. And tonight we're talking relationship. Tonight we're talking spotting red flags. I'm going to give you the tea. I'm giving you the tea tonight. You're not going to miss another red flag as it pertains to these five men, types rather, that you need to stay clear of. Hey, Catherine, Catherine. Canaan is on. Hey, Canaan, come on in, Canaan. Hey, Merle, my friend, how are you, girl? Good night. Come on in. Come on, we have 1 more minute to welcome, and then we're going in. Well, I'm going all in. I'm going in hard. Hey, Atlanta is in the house. Hey, Pastor Sandra, come on in. Welcome one, welcome all. Whoa. Listen, stay clear. That's what we're talking about tonight. Get your pen. You have about, you don't have any time, but grab a pen, grab your notepad, grab your notebook, grab your journal, get something, and get ready to jot things down, because I am going to be sharing with you tonight. In fact, we're going to be deep diving, yes, into identifying and understanding 5 types of men that can present significant challenges in relationships. I'm going to be talking about the catfish. I'm going to be talking about the con artist. Yes? I'm going to be talking about the narcissist. I'm going to be talking about the romance scammer. And I'm going to be talking about, my God, a hobo-sexual. Not homo, but hobo-sexual. 5. This is just 5. There are more. And if you want me to give you some more tonight, I got more for you. I got more, but I just want to, I will give you 5. If you ask some more, I will give you more because I have more. I have more. I have more. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Listen, right? So we're going to be talking about these 5 types of men that if you ever get into a relationship with any one of these types of men, yeah, you are going to find yourself in serious trouble, right? So our goal for tonight is to, well, not just to identify these red flags, but to empower you with the knowledge and the tools to navigate the dating world more safely and wisely, right? So whether you're dating or you're supporting a friend, you know, you're here on behalf of a friend, or you're just simply curious about the dynamics of relationships, you know, this webinar, you are in the right place. It's designed to offer valuable perspectives and advice. Yeah. But before we get into the 5 men or women you should never date or marry, if you have any questions tonight, I want you to put it in the Q&A section. All right. And ask any question. It can be about anything I shared tonight or any question you may have. You came with a question because that's what we want. I believe that the Q&A section is, you know, is where the magic happens, because it's where you get your concerns addressed. And I want to do that. All right. So if you have questions, you came with questions, drop it in the Q&A bit. Then if as we go along, questions pop up in your heart, in your mind, drop it in the Q&A bit. All right. And then at the end of my teaching, I'm going to answer those questions. Also, stick around for the end, because I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying for your relationships. And it's going to be awesome. Awesome. So stick around. All right. So are you ready? If you're ready, drop it in the chat. Let me know you're ready. While you're dropping in the chat, I'm going to get my share my screen with you so that you can see what I'm seeing. Okay. Great. Shared from YouTube, clear there. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Claudette. Thank you so much. Fantastic. All right, let's share the screen. And we are going to be ready to rock. And we're going to be rolling in a minute. Countdown. Let me know if you're ready. Let me know if you're ready in the chat. Let me see who's going. Let me see who's ready in the chat. Who's ready? Maria is ready. Yeah. Go, Maria. Alana is ready. Yeah. We're going. We're ready. Jackie is ready. Fantastic. I love a good ready crowd. I love a crowd. Oh, shabba-baba. I love a crowd that's ready. Make me speak in tongues. Yes. That's what you got to be ready. The expectation level must be high. Yes. Joanne is ready. Yeah. Yeah, Rhonda is ready. Yeah. Oh, Jackie is ready. Jackie, Trisha is ready. Philly is ready. Whoa, Sheba is ready. Let's go. I hear you. And guess what? We are going to go. Let me get this going right here. Fantastic. 5 men you should never date. And worst of all, never marry. Never date, never marry. Awesome. Let's go. Now, first up is you should never date or marry a catfish. Never date or marry a catfish. Who is a catfish? I'm glad you asked. A catfish is someone who creates a fictional persona or fake identity on the internet. Usually on social networking sites like Instagram, Facebook, or those dating apps with the sole intention, of deceiving, manipulating, or exploiting someone else, often in the context of romantic or emotional relationships. I know that's a long definition, but I wanted it to be long for you. I want you to get this, because personally, I have spoken to many, way too many women who have been catfished. Way too many women. As a matter of fact, I was in Grenada about a month or so ago, and there we go. There we go. Woman is clueless. Clueless. Older woman, clueless. She is being catfished. Yes? So let me tell you something about being catfished. When someone creates a fake online identity, what does that tell you about that person? Is that someone you want to be in a relationship with? No. That person is a deceiver. And that can lead to emotional and financial harm. It can even get worse, but we're going to leave it right there. Okay? So what are the red flags? How can a woman recognize she is being catfished? How to spot the red flags? Yes? Now, I'm doing a YouTube series on red flags, and I want you to stay with me. We just released the first episode. Next week, we're going to have a second episode, and I'm going to be breaking down for you everything you need to know about red flags, what they are, why they're important, how to spot them, strategies to use when you spot them to get to the bottom of things, to get things clarified. Because if you don't get a red flag clarified, you should never ever proceed with that relationship. Okay, so I'm going to give you that. I'm going to share with you why persons don't sometimes see the red flags. Because if you, let's say, for example, you grew up in an abusive household, you may think that that's normal for relationships. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to go through all of that. Sometimes we can be very judgmental, but we're going to break it down for you. That series is probably going to have about 7 to 9 episodes. I'm going to take my time with you and give you all the information you need. So stay with me on YouTube. All right. But for tonight, let's talk about how you can spot a catfish. How you can spot a catfish. If someone is too good, the profile is too good to be true, you may want to believe it. It's too good to be true. Yeah? Now, when someone is a catfish, their profile is almost perfect. It's overly ideal. It's perfectly aligned with your interests and your desires. And do you know why? Before they catfish you, they get your information. We're talking about social media. That's right. They have been researching you online. They have been following you. Yes. So they know a lot about you, much more than you would like to think. So here's the point. If their stories their achievements or their appearance seems too good to be true, they possibly could be too good to be true. That's one of the ways you want to start spotting a catfish. Another way you can spot a catfish, red flag, is when you are seeking to get personal details about their life, their responses are often vague or inconsistent. They may just change the subject, give you, like, brush you off, give you a quick answer, like, I can't give out my information because I'm a famous person and everybody will know who I am. Well, you see what I'm saying? You are being catfished. You are being catfished. They may be evasive about where they live, where they work, or even their background. Even if they give you information as to where they live, where they work, or their background, do not believe them at first. You must do your own. You got to become a private investigator. Yes. Yes. You are talking about someone that you have met on the internet. They tell you they're a pilot. They tell you they work on a cruise ship, or they're a captain of a ship. Hello. Or they're a movie star, and so the name that they're using is a fictional name. Well, because they don't want anyone to know who they are and all of that kind of stuff. Listen, anytime you cannot build a relationship with someone who is not telling you the truth. You cannot build a relationship with someone who's being evasive. You cannot. Yes. So that's one of the ways you spot a catfish. All right. And as a matter of fact, most of the men that I'm going to talk about tonight, those types of men, right, they are going to be evasive because they will not want you to know who they truly are. Right. So they are very, very vague in terms of their information about themselves. The next way you can spot a catfish is by their refusal to video chat with you. Ask for video chat. If they want video chat with you, there you go. There you go. They're hiding something. Yes. Ask for a meeting in person. Yes. But that's another thing. When you're meeting with someone from the internet, you have to be extremely careful. Extremely careful. Okay. I can't overemphasize that. All right, there are guidelines you have to follow. This is not what this video is about tonight. Yeah, this live, sorry, is about tonight. But there are guidelines you must follow whenever you are going to meet with someone from off the internet for the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. Yes, yes. Okay, great. We can talk about that in the Q&A. Let me just go ahead with what I'm sharing with you. Right. So whenever you ask for a video chat or a meet in person, they would always or consistently avoid it. Avoid it. Often they will come up with an excuse as to why they can't come on video. Maybe their camera for their phone is broken. Okay. Or they have a sudden emergency when you are pressing for a video chat or even to meet in person. Okay, watch out for those. Those are red flags. If someone is genuinely interested in you, they will want to video chat with you. They would want to meet with you in person. All right, let's go. Rapid development of emotional intensity. Rapid, listen, this is not rapid. This is rapid development. Yes, the relationship progresses quickly with the person expressing strong emotions or making serious commitments early in the relationship. After 1 week, they're fully invested. You are being catfished. They've never loved anyone like you. They've never been in this. You are being catfished. Yes, that person is a catfish. Yeah, they might say things like they're falling in love with you unusually fast. This has never happened to them before. Ooh, and oh boy, do we love to hear those things. Catfish. Catfish. Watch out, that's a red flag. Anytime, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, more so to the ladies, anytime you just met someone online and they seriously head over heels in love with you, it's a red flag. And a red flag means you must stop. Danger is ahead. Red flag means, you know what we learned in elementary school from the student's companion? You look before you leap. You do not take another step until you've investigated this person a little bit further. Not another step. Red flag. That's what red flags are for. That's what I'm going to talk about, that gut feeling, that thing that you feel on the inside of you. Yes, red flag. Okay, some people may feel, oh no, he loves me, because you want to be loved. Yeah, you want to be loved. All right, and the guy, read you like a book. He read you like a book, an open book. Yes, because you just were so needy. Okay, and so I want you to understand, you may be needy, but you got to watch for the red flags. You may feel like this is my time. You know, some people, I got a prophetic word, and let me tell you something. Yeah, there will always be an Ishmael before your Isaac. Okay, watch out for the catfish, right? Then the next thing that you want to watch out for, because this is one of the biggest red flags of all. Yes, and this is what I share with women who share their story with me, and you know, they're in this relationship and this and that, and all of the promises and all of the gifts that were bought that you could never get, and all of the shipments that were sent that never reaches, and all of these words and all of these things, and the pictures. I'm going to tell you how to find out how to treat with that in a minute. All of the pictures and all of the this and all of the that. Let me tell you something. It always comes down to either a request for money, yes, or what they're after is your information. So sometimes they don't necessarily ask you for the money, but as they catch you, right, and then you start giving them your financial details, and they have ways that they get you to give it to them, then they can access your money. Yeah, they can access your money without you giving it to them. All right, so watch out. It's a huge red flag, because at some point a catfish will either ask some money, citing an emergency, they have a personal crisis, and of course, because by now you are in love. 1 month into the thing, you are in love, because this man is telling you everything you ever dreamed of hearing a man say to you. Everything. Yeah, and so you are in love. In week number 2, you are in love. And what we'll do anything for love. I have a friend of mine who says, I'll do anything for love. That's the truth. And they know it. And you must know it as well. So you don't put yourself in that situation, yeah, where you are doing things for love when there's no love at all. It's not love at all. You'll do anything for love, but I'm telling you, that's not love. Yeah, you are being scammed. You are being defrauded of your, listen to me, your self-worth, your dignity. Yes, and then your money. Okay, I would love to know what's happening in the chat, but I want to stay focused. Please, I want you guys to share in the chat if you've ever been catfish, or should you share that? Yes, why not? We'll learn. Hopefully you are not in a situation like that right now, but you've encountered someone who tried. They tried. but they messed with the wrong sister. Yeah. Or even if you were being catfish, but you were able to spot that person, you shared the information with others, they helped you, they told you what the deal was, and you were able to step out of that. Share it in the chat. You're going to be helping all of us. You're going to help another sister. You're going to help a brother tonight. All right. So let's see. Have the conversation going in the chat. I'll check in on you in a minute, but stay with me. Right. So these are some of the red flags that you can look out for so that you can spot a catfish. Now, how can you protect yourself from a catfish? How can you protect yourself from a catfish? Do your research. When you are dealing with persons on the internet, you must do your research. And for example, there's something called, let's take the picture that they sent you. There's something called a reverse image search that you can use certain apps on the internet. Yeah, Google it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. And when you do a reverse image search, their photo will appear elsewhere on the internet, either with a different name or different details. So you have to look up on any stories or anything at all that they tell you. Look it up, check it out. Do not fall for just a handsome photo, yes, and a bunch of lies. Do not fall for it. Check everything. If you cannot check their background, if you cannot check where they work, if you cannot check any information that they give to you, then you should not proceed with that relationship. That is not someone you want to be in a relationship with. Yes. The next thing you want to do is, that's how you protect yourself. Because if you don't protect yourself, then who will protect you? Yes, you have got to protect, you have got to value you enough to protect yourself. Keep your personal information private. Never share sensitive information or financial information with someone you have met, with someone you haven't met in person. In this case, you've met someone on the internet. Do not give them your information. It doesn't matter how much they love you. It doesn't matter how many promises they made. It doesn't matter if they told you they already bought the ticket and they sent you the invoice and they sent you the receipt and they sent you the boarding pass. No. You do not give them any information. They sent you pictures of all the things that they are shipping, and it's at a certain port somewhere in Osiak. Okay, somewhere in Osiak, and you have got to now send them your financial information for them to clear it so that you could get it. No, let them know when it comes to you, you will clear it. You will go to the customs in your country and you will clear it there. You're not clearing anything out there. Are you getting this? Yes, I want you to pay attention. Many women have been scammed. They have been catfished. And because they shared the information, they had to end up closing all the bank accounts. They had to, because they stole money right out from under their noses. What they didn't give to them, hand it over to them, they were able to access their accounts. All right. The next thing you want to do to protect yourself is seek a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth opinion. Did I give you enough? Yes, that's how serious you want to take this, right? Talk to others, your friends, your family members, right, about this person that you met on the internet. These things only thrive in secrecy. The minute you open your mouth and you start sharing with your friend, oh, I'm talking to someone on the internet, and we are talking in a private room, and they will ask you, well, who is this person? If it's your friend, if you have a friend like me, honey, if you have a friend like me, you give me that name, I'm gonna Google search. I'm going Facebook, I'm gonna look. Listen to me, I'm checking every nook and cranny. Yes, I smoke him out. Listen. Smoke him out. Listen, you've got to share with your friends or trusted family members so that you can get an outside perspective on this situation before you get sucked into something. Yes, listen, the women who shared their stories with me, listen, they were right at the point, right at the verge where they had to send money. Yeah, and I said, nope. I said, if you wanna know if this thing is real, wait. The money is coming. Listen, by the next week, the money came, and they were able to say, Apostle, you know exactly what you're talking about. That's right. That's right. Listen. So how do you protect yourself? You insist on the video call. You insist on meeting. You push for face-to-face interaction early in the relationship so you can verify the identity. Yes? So the person you saw on video and the person you're meeting is the same person. Same person. Okay? All right, good. Can we move on to the next one? Let's move on to the next one. No, let me give you this. You must trust your instinct. I know I mentioned it before, yeah? But if something feels off, that's a red flag. That's your own spirit telling you something is not right. You may not be able to put your finger on it, but you must know that that's your gut feeling. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. Pay attention to it. It's better to be cautious than to ignore potential warning signs. Don't ignore the warning sign because it's dangerous out there. It's dangerous out there in the dating world. Okay, let's go. Con artist. Second man you should never date. Look at how handsome he is. Look at how gorgeous. Look at how beautiful. Yes, adorable. Con artist. Who's a con artist? Con artists are skilled manipulators who often come across as charming and trustworthy, making it challenging to spot them initially. But I'm giving you the tea tonight. I'm giving you the tea tonight. Here are the biggest red flags. The biggest red flags to look for when you're dating someone who might be a con artist. Biggest red flag, number one, they're overwhelmingly charming. And like, he's so sweet. He's so adorable. You know, you just spoke to him one night and you can't sleep. Just one conversation and you can't sleep. You're totally swept. You're swept off your say with me, con artist. Red flag. Red flag. Second red flag to look for, vagueness about their past and personal details. I'm not going to spend time on this one because we spent time on it with the first one. Yes, the catfish. All right, vagueness about their past and personal details. You cannot really get a handle as to who this person is. That ought to trigger a red flag in your spirit. Listen. No, you don't have to know who that person is, you know. But if you can't know who he is, you can't be in a relationship with him. You cannot fall in love with a fictional person. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you cannot fall in love with who is this person? What's the point? What's the point? Is this gonna go somewhere? Why are you falling in love? What's the motivation? Yeah, is this supposed to you're gonna get married to? Do you know his real name? Are you in love with somebody you don't know his real name? Because he has to keep his real name a secret because of who he is? Well, no, I can't love you if I don't know who you are. I cannot love you, fall in love with you if I don't know who you are. Yes, but all the while he's knowing everything about you. All the while, no, these are the moments you play tit for tat. Yeah, honey. You gotta play tit for tat. No. You're not giving me anything. You're not getting anything from me. That's how you have to be able to spot these red flags. What's another one? They always have a financial hardship situation. Yes? Classic is a classic sign of a con artist. They will always introduce to you a financial crisis or an urgent need for money. They may ask you for a loan. Watch out. They ask you for a loan after 2 weeks. Huh? After a month of knowing me, you need a loan. I don't know you enough to give you a loan. Go to the bank. I'm not a bank. That's why we have banks. Banks give loans. They are able to run all the credit check. They're able to look at your financial dealings. They're able to make those kinds of decisions. I'm not a bank. You see what I'm saying? This is a classic con artist move. Yes. They watch this. They may also encourage you to get into some questionable investments. So they're now encouraging you, yeah. Either they want you to loan them money or help them out in a financial situation or to make some sort of investment. Ponzi scheme, pyramid. Listen, classic move. Red flag. I hope you're taking notes. Red flag. Yes? Next move. Next red flag. Isolation from friends and family. Isolation from friends and family. They often try to isolate their victims from their support systems. They may start criticizing your close relationships or create scenarios that cause friction between you and your loved ones, making you more dependent on them. It's all a part of the scheme to rob you. Con artists. Next red flag. Control and manipulation. Control and manipulation. Yes, they may exhibit controlling behavior. Yeah, and it may not happen at the first week or the second week, but if you are in their space for long enough, you will begin to see it, because that is how they'll be able to extract from you what they're after through control and manipulation. Yes, so they'll start making decisions for you. Yeah, or start pressuring you. They start subtly pressuring you to comply with their wishes. The manipulation can also be emotional, such as playing the victim to elicit sympathy. Well, you didn't call me, and I was waiting for your call. Yeah, and they use guilt to influence your actions. Control, you are being controlled. And it's all part of the ploy to con you of your money. Yes? So how do you protect yourself from a con artist? Number one, trust your instinct. Trust your gut. And this is going to be true for every one of these types of men that we're going to be talking about. People who have gone through these experiences. Even there's a viral video now on TikTok, and I saw the videos on YouTube, yes, about this young lady, brave young woman, I mean, strong young woman, to have shared the story the way she shared it. She said all along, something on the inside was telling her something is not right, but she kept justifying what she was feeling. Everything about him cannot be a lie. When she would see the lie with her own eyes, she would turn around and justify it. Trust your gut. It is better to be cautious than to ignore your intuition. How do you protect yourself? Verify their stories. Do some research. Confirm the details they tell you. Yes, and sometimes it may not be as easy as I'm saying, because with that particular young lady, one of the things that she said that early in the relationship, and that's why you need to do these things early in the relationship. Check everything early. We can learn from her. And she said she shared the story so that women can learn. Okay, listen, check these things early. One of the things that, caused her to justify what she was feeling justified, continuing in this relationship to the point where she got married to this guy who was a pathological liar, yes, was that early on, he showed her a bank statement, from Chase. Listen, it was a stock bank statement. If she had done a reverse, what was the thing I said I called it? Hold on 1 second. Let me get it again. Hold on. Right. 1 second. Right. Reverse image search. A reverse image search. Let me see. Right? If she had done that early in the relationship, he would have probably come up with another, I don't know. But you need you need to verify. Hold on. Fantastic. Verify everything. Do not take anything for granted. Somebody will say, but is that the way to go about a relationship? Yes. We are living in the 21st century where everything is not what it seems to be. You understand? Almost everything is not what it is. You have to check. You have to verify. You understand? This is not someone you grew up with. This is not someone you went to high school with. This is not someone you know the mother, you know the father, this is not someone. This is a complete stranger. You have to verify. The reason why we enter into relationships with persons that we grow, because we know them. They're already checked out. We know them. We're in the school together. We know the mother. We know the father. We know the brothers. We know the sisters. We know the family. We know where they live. We know where they work. We know all of these things. You understand? So it clears the way for us to enter into a relationship with these persons. You see what I'm saying? Here's the point. If you don't have all of that history under your belt, you need to get it before you can make a decision to proceed. So check everything. Verify the stories. Right? The next thing you want to do, I'm telling you, to protect yourself, maintain your support system. Keep your friends. Keep your family members close. Share your experiences with them and listen to their perspective. When someone is on the outside and they're not emotionally invested, they can offer you advice from a place of clarity. They're not clouded by their emotions, okay? Because they have no emotions invested in the relationship, right? How can you protect yourself? Set boundaries. Be wary of sharing too much personal information or financial information early in a relationship. In other words, before you have verified this person, you should not be sharing any personal or financial information. What's on the internet, that's what's on the internet, nothing else. Yes, until you are able to verify his or her background and the information that you are given as best as you can. And if something is in the way, proceed with caution. That's what red flags are there for, to help you to stop and check. Look before you leap. All right? So what you want to do is establish and maintain healthy boundaries. Certain things will not happen. Yeah? Certain things will not happen until I've verified this, that, or the other. All right? That's to protect yourself from a con artist. Okay? Are we going good? Yeah? And once again, trust your instinct. Do not justify what your gut is telling you. To me, that's one of the biggest mistakes we can make. Okay, then obviously, if you suspect that you are involved with a con artist, you want to, especially if you have been financially exploited, yeah, seek legal or professional advice. Go report it to your police, and if that person is operating on a social network, report them on the social network. All right, so that others can maybe the social network could get them off and block them and all that stuff that they will do. Fantastic. Let's go. We're going. If you have questions, please put your questions in the Q&A. All right. Because I'm going to be answering questions and I'm going to be praying at the end. A narcissist. Well, we probably are aware of this one, but I'm going to go in fully with this one. Okay. Do not get into a relationship with a narcissist. It will not end well. Okay. You will never be happy with a narcissist. You will you will regret it. You will regret it. All right. One of the things that we as women sometimes believe that we can change persons, you know. I'm saying to you, I'm giving you the red flags tonight. If you ever discover that someone is a narcissist, you bring an end to that relationship immediately. You bring an end to it. Okay? Who's a narcissist? A narcissist is a person who has an excessive interest or admiration of themselves. In this place, it will be himself. Yes? Now, narcissism is a trait, right, where someone has a heightened sense of self-importance. It means that that doesn't give you any room for importance in that person's life. And that will be your biggest problem in that relationship. That person has a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. That person also, they come from a place of troubled relationships. And as a result, they lack empathy for others. Now, why many people get confused with a narcissist is because behind the scenes of a narcissist and his mask of extreme confidence is a very fragile self-esteem. And so there's that other side of the narcissist that some women can be attracted to, but it's something that you're not going to fare well with. You're not going to fare well with, because when you are dating a narcissist, it's going to be emotionally challenging because they're very self-centered, and the attention must almost always be on them. So if you need to recognize this red flag early, and it can help you, even stop you from continuing in a relationship with a narcissist. Number one, let's go. Excessive need for admiration. It's like an insatiable need for validation. They will boast about their achievements. They will exaggerate their importance. Yes. And listen, if you're dating a narcissist and they're frequently asking or seeking for compliments, then that's your red flag. That's your red flag. They're talking about themselves excessively. That's your red flag. Okay? And watch out for this one as well. They seem disappointed or irritated when they are not the center of attention. That's a warning sign for you. Now, I understand that if you didn't know this before, then obviously you couldn't know this. Yeah? So pay attention, because they are out there, right? They are out there. Some people are married to them, and it's not a happy marriage. Now, when someone lacks empathy, this is another red flag, right? As a matter of fact, this is one of the defining characteristics of narcissism. They lack empathy because they struggle to recognize or validate the feelings of others. So you could feel what you want. They don't have it within them. It's like asking someone to give you something that they don't have. That's why you should never be in a relationship with a narcissist. If you're dating someone and they dismiss your feelings, shows little interest in your experiences. Yes, they're insensitive to your needs. It's a huge red flag. A huge red flag. Yes. Do not brush that aside. Pay attention. Someone is dating you. You are dating that person. You are talking and they care little about your needs. But their need is being magnified over and over. That's narcissism. And that is a huge red flag you need to pay attention to. Manipulative or controlling behavior. Yes, we talked a little bit about this because all of these types of men would exhibit control, would exhibit manipulation. Yes, and for the narcissist, right, the narcissist uses manipulation to control or maintain power in the relationship. Yeah, and they often use guilt, tripping, or gaslighting to make you feel like something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Where is that coming from? Check yourself. I didn't say that. This is further from the truth. And now you begin to question yourself. You begin to question your sanity. You begin to question whether you are losing your mind or not. And that's on purpose, because that's the modus operandi of the narcissist. You should never be in a relationship with a narcissist. Yes? If you notice you are being manipulated, if you notice manipulative patterns or you feel controlled, that should trigger a red flag in you. God did not create you to be controlled or manipulated. That should trigger a huge red flag. Let's talk about the next red flag, because this is another part of the narcissism that can suck a woman in. Right? Because here's what happens. A narcissist would idealize you initially, shower you with attention, shower you with praise, shower you with gifts. All of that is the trap. Yes? Because when the novelty wears off, the same person will quickly shift to devaluing you, to criticizing you. You understand? Or to just not showing you any sort of emotional affection at all. They may even discard or withdraw from the relationship once they no longer feel gratified. Once you are no longer serving a purpose in their lives, they will leave you. And that, you see, that cycle of showing love and showing care is like some abusers. After they physically abuse you, they'll go out and get roses, they'll go out and get teddy bears, they'll go out and bring lingerie, and they'll go out and bring whatever perfumes, and women just fall right back into that, only to get abused again, only to get beaten again. That cycle has to be broken. That cycle has to be broken. Yeah? Because it's an emotionally devastating cycle. And narcissists display that cycle. Yes? They idolize you and then they devalue you. Then they idolize you and then they devalue you. Watch out. It's a red flag. Then, jealousy and competitiveness. Jealousy and competitiveness. Despite their outward confidence, narcissists often feel threatened by others' success. So, relationship is going, but the moment you decide, I'm going to go back to school, I'm going to go for my master's, I'm going to go for my doctorate, boom, problems. They cannot handle the attention shifting away from them onto you. If you are with someone, if you are dating someone, and your date cannot celebrate your successes, or becomes overly competitive, like, oh, you did that, well, I got to do that too, it might indicate some narcissistic tendencies. Red flag. Pay attention. Yes? If you do that, they got to do that. If you have that, they got to have that. They can't allow you to win. They can't allow you to succeed. They can't allow you. That's a sign that there are some narcissistic tendencies, and you must pay attention to that. Yes? How do you navigate? How do you protect yourself in a relationship with a narcissist? Listen, here's the thing. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your emotional well-being. You have to begin to set clear boundaries. Yes? Because they will test the limits. So you have to be firm and you have to be consistent with the boundaries that you have established for the relationship. And that's why when you're dating someone, you have to have boundaries. You have to. Because that's what you're doing. You're just dating that person. You're just getting to know that person. If after 1 week you're all in, it's fair game. If after 2 weeks you're all in, it's fair game. You see what I'm saying? So early on in the relationship, as you must protect yourself. You are valuable. We're going to talk about these things. You are worthy of, listen to me, faithful love. Yes, you are worthy of a love that is kind. You are, listen, we're going to talk about that. I have something to share with you at the end as well. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Yes, listen. Establish boundaries early on in the relationship and keep them until you figure out who this person is. Okay, because when you're not dating someone, everyone is on their best behavior. You are on your best behavior, he's on his best behavior. And that's fine. So you've got to set some boundaries in place and give yourself some time so that you can get to truly know who this person is. All right, that's the first thing that you want to do. The second thing you want to do is you want to seek support. If you are in a relationship with a narcissist, that can be very isolating. Stay connected with your friends and family. Let him say what he wants. Do not give up your friends. Do not give up your family. Yes, or you can even seek professional counseling so that you can navigate the challenges, because you're going to need it. You are going to need it. If you spot red flags of a narcissist, you end that relationship right there and then and walk away. End it right there and then. May not be as easy as I'm saying it, but that's what you need to do. So seek help. Seek your help from your friends. Seek help from your support system, your family. Seek counseling. Go to your spiritual leader. Have a conversation, yes, and get the help that you need to get out of that relationship, okay? If you're married, then there may be other avenues that you need to go to, but if that doesn't get resolved, I don't know. Anyhow, that's not what we're talking about tonight, but I'm saying you've got to protect yourself in that relationship, all right? Then one of the ways you can protect yourself is by educating yourself. Understanding narcissistic personality disorder is a real thing. It's a real thing. You know, I have people in my life, lots of people, and whenever there is, let's say someone get a diagnosis or something, I know that you don't really, fully well take everything that you see online, but I immediately go online and Google. What this is. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to make major decisions based on that, but you can get some good information about any particular disease. Narcissism is also a personality disorder. Yes, and once you educate yourself, you can get insights into their behavior to help you make informed decisions about the relationship. Yep. Right? So that's how you protect yourself. Then you must prioritize self-care. You are valuable. Take care of yourself. Maintain your mental and your emotional health. It's crucial. Yes, make sure you are engaging in activities that support your well-being and your self-esteem. Take care of yourself. It is your responsibility to protect yourself. If you are in a relationship, if you are married to a narcissist, you got to take care of yourself. Okay? Eventually, when they're not getting the attention from you, he will leave. He will leave. Okay? If you want to leave, then listen, that's your decision. But I'm saying protect yourself. Okay? If you are dating someone and you are able to identify the red flags, and you know that this person is a narcissist or have narcissistic tendencies, go the other way. Turn around. That's what repent means, to turn around. Turn around. Repent. Repent. Go back the other way. Go back to God. You're moving in the direction that God has not designed for you. God has not designed for you to be in a relationship with a narcissist. You are not going to be happy. That's not God's design for you. Yeah, you are going to be miserable. Yeah, you are going to lose your sense of self. You listen to me. Do not turn around right now. Turn around. If you need help, I'm here for you. We can do that offline. Okay, let's go to the next one. Fantastic. A romance scammer. A romance scammer. Never, ever get into a relationship with a romance scammer. As the name implies, a romance scammer is someone who creates a fake profile, yeah, on dating sites, on dating apps, or social media, yeah, to exploit those looking for romantic relationships. And often, the underlying motivation is to extract money or financial information. Once again, we talked about that earlier on with the catfish. Okay? Listen, you have got to recognize the red flags of a romance scammer so that you can protect yourself from emotional and financial harm. Here are some red flags. How to spot a romance scammer. Once again, if the profile is too good to be true, it probably is. They claim to have a prestigious job. They send you pictures of their house. It's not. What's the word are we saying here? Do a reverse image search. That house is a stock photo. Yeah. If you see it coming up on other sites, then you know you got your answer. Too good to be true. Yeah, they have living an extravagant life. The car, it's not theirs. All of their shared interest. You like kayaking. They love kayaking. Yes, you like traveling and hiking. They love to travel and they love to hike. Everything is like, some people say the stars align perfectly. It's not real. It's too perfect. It's too perfect. That should trigger a red flag. That should trigger a red flag. You see what I'm saying? Watch this. So that's the first thing that you want to be, because that's the first thing you fall in love with. You see the profile. You're on a dating site. Listen to me, and you match, perfect match. Perfect match. Huh? And you say, well, I'm onto something. And then, this is what makes this dangerous. Then everything just takes off from there. You had a perfect match. His profile matches with yours perfectly. And then he brings the emotion. He brings it. He brings it. The deep commitment quickly. Quickly. I had a spiritual daughter. She said to me, every time she go on a first date with anybody, she will always say to this person, I'm not playing games. Yeah? I am not dating for dating's sake. I would love to be married. I'm not saying that I have to get married to you, but I'm just putting my cards on the table. Yes? That I'm not playing games. If this is not going to lead anywhere, it's not going to go too far. Right? She said 99% of the people, she never saw them again. They only had one date. That was it. Because they weren't ready for that level of commitment. Fantastic. You don't want to waste your time with people who don't even, they're not even thinking about a commitment a year from now, 2 years. They're not, it's not even, it's not in their profile. It's not in their profile. You see what I'm saying? But when you are dealing with a romance scammer, oh, they're ready, honey. They're ready. Quickly. And what they do is their goal is to build intense emotional connections, often declaring love or even proposing marriage within a very short period of time after the initial contact. That young lady from the TikTok series, after 2 weeks, she already knew this guy already was talking marriage. He was ready to marry her. After 2 weeks, complete stranger, huge. That's huge. And that's not just a red flag. That's like, as she would put it, the United Nations of red flags. You see what I'm saying? That's how the trigger should have been. It should have been like a machine gun. Trigger, just pulling triggers. You see what I'm saying? Yes. If you've just met someone and they're proposing marriage after a week, a complete stranger, huge red flag, please, let's not be so desperate. Please, I'm begging you. I beseech you. Know that that is a red flag. It is not love. There's a difference between love and a red flag. And you ought to know the difference. Okay? The Bible says something about, it says love is patient. 2 weeks, that's not patience. That's something else. 2 weeks, that's not patience. Love is patient. I could wait. Yeah. Listen. So let's go. I'm getting too passionate. I'm getting too passionate. Once again, the avoidance of face-to-face interactions, right? Despite their profession of deep love for you, they will avoid meeting you in person, right? They will evade video calls, right? They will claim, oh, the internet connection is not strong enough for a video call. Yes, they will claim, I'm working in the military, or I'm on an oil rig somewhere, and all kinds of excuses just to avoid you discovering who they truly are. All right? So that is a red flag. That is a red flag. Then the financial crisis. This is the hallmark of a romance scammer. The hallmark of a romance scammer. Loves you so very much, ready to marry you. We're talking about plans, want to buy houses, want to buy car, where they want to live. All of these wonderful things. Yes, and here's what happened. Then they come the money. Then comes the acts, the big acts. Sometimes it's for a small amount. Yes, but they're testing the waters. Because if they can get little, they know that they can get more. All right, so watch out for the frequent, and then it comes in a frequency. Yes, it's not a one-time thing. It's never going to be a one-time ask. There's going to be more coming. If you gave him once, more is coming. I can promise you that more is coming. All right, then watch out for inconsistent background information. Once again, you have to check everything. You have to check the details of their lives, right? You have to check their daily activities. If it doesn't add up, then you have to check out. If it doesn't add up, you must check out. Okay? How do you protect yourself? Let's run. How do you protect yourself against a romance scammer? Yes? Once again, perform the reverse image search. Check their photos. Check the cars, the pictures of the cars that they sent you. Check the picture of the house that they told you they live, where they live. Check it. Ask for the address. Check the address. Google search the map. The map will show you the house and the address. If the house of the picture that they sent you is not the house or the address, it's all there. You can check it out. That's how you protect yourself, by doing the checks and balances. You check, your spirit give you a check, that means you need to check. That if your spirit gives you a check, you know, like I get a check in my spirit, that's it. You got a check in your spirit, then go ahead and check the thing out. Yeah, and don't check it out by asking him, so how come, you know, your house is this and that? No, 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 no. You check outside of him. Use the information he gives you, go check it and get your information. You understand? Now, if you recognize that this person is a romance scammer, why you want to go? Why he send you a fraudulent, a stock picture of himself? What you want to find out? There's absolutely nothing. And I know this is me. I feel strong. You know, I don't have to find you. There's no justification. I have no question to ask you. I'm just gone. And you will never hear from me again. Listen to me. Listen, because if you go back to a romance scammer, oh honey, you've not heard excuses. You're about to get another excuse, and there's going to be another one, and there's going to be, it's endless. It's a sea of an ocean of excuses. You see what I'm saying? Once you've done your search and you found this person to be a fraud, you just cut and go. You don't need a justification. You don't need to say why you did this to me. Oh, I love you. No, honey. No. Okay. Talk to me later, and we'll talk about these things because that's how you treat with these things. All right. So perform the reverse image search. You protect yourself. Never send money. Never. Did I say never? Never. Never send money or share financial information with someone you have met on the internet. Never, ever. Do not do it. No matter the story. Do not send money. Do not send money. Do not disclose your financial details to someone you've only met online. Tell yourself over and over, Anne-Marie said I should not do it. I want you to hear my voice in your ears. I want you to pay attention when you're dating someone. And let me tell you something. I've never dated someone on the internet. I have no intentions of dating someone on the internet, but I have no problem with online dating. Personally, if it works for you, go ahead. If you know how to maneuver the dating world on the internet, please go for it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a real thing, all right? But you have to be very, very smart. You have to be very, very savvy. You have to be very, what we call street smart. You have to learn. You have to understand how this thing works, okay? So no sending of money, all right? No matter what the story, all right? Then you want to ask detailed questions. Ask detailed questions. Right? Where am I? Pay attention to their responses. Pay attention to their... Take notes. Take notes. Yes? So that when you ask the question again in another 2 weeks and they give you a different answer, voila! Bingo! You see what I'm saying? Because we know this, you know. Anyhow, some of these guys are really good. Let me tell you, some of these guys are really good. You know, they follow a script. They have a script. You don't know it. They're sitting behind their computers with a script. And I'm telling you right now, you're not the only one, right? So they have a script and they go down the line. That's why if you ask them a question that's not on their script, they will give you a vague answer and then they will change the conversation. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be very smart, okay, when you're doing online, any kind of interaction with anyone online, all right? Let's continue. Ask detailed questions, right? And you're looking for inconsistencies. You're looking for inconsistencies because that's the way you're going to get to know persons, yeah? The next thing you want to do is, once again, share your love concerns. Share your heart with your friends. You don't have a girlfriend? You should. You should have 2 girlfriends. As a matter of fact, you should have 4 girls. You should have 6 girlfriends. Listen to me. Yes, 6 girlfriends. Close friends. All right. You share your love connection with them early in the game. Don't wait until you're all in. Share it early. You met someone last night online. Yeah, you talk to them because you matched perfectly on the dating app. Talk to your girlfriend in the morning. Yes, and you're riding, you ride and die, you're riding together with your girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? So that they can offer you perspective if they notice red flags that you have overlooked. If they notice red flag you have overlooked, your girlfriend will tell you. Your girlfriend will tell you something is not right with him, right? Something is not right. Okay, good. So let's continue. Our final guy that we want to make sure we never have a relationship with is someone called a hobo-sexual. Hobo, H-O-B-O, sexual. And this is like a colloquial term, right, that blends two words. Hobo, meaning a person who is homeless or leads a nomadic lifestyle, with sexual, right? So this is a person who enters into a romantic relationship primarily to secure a place to live. I'm going to let that settle in for a couple of seconds. So really, this person, yes, is not interested in you. They're interested in somewhere to live. You are just the ticket. You are just the gate, the door for them to get in to your home, to get into your house. Yes? And so it's important for you to be able to recognize someone like this. What are the red flags? I'm gonna give them to you. I'm gonna give them to you. How do you spot a homosexual? Because you have to understand you have to understand that their primary interest is not a relationship with you. They just want somewhere to live. They just need a house. And all of the relationships that they've had in the past has always revolved around where they will live. So here's the point. If someone needs somewhere to live, that relationship will go very quickly. Very quickly they'll fall in love with you. Very quickly you will be the woman of their dreams. Very quickly you will be the one that they absolutely just fell. I mean, they can't tell why. They just so in love with you. That's never happened to them before. And all of that stuff that we love to hear. You see what I'm saying? You know, you're the only woman of my dreams. I never had no, you need to have somebody else. Yeah, you do. I'm serious. You see what I'm saying? No, we love to hear these things. We love to hear these things because there can be that self-esteem issue in us. And so when we hear it, it makes us feel good. It makes us feel important. But I want you to know, ladies, every single one of you under the sound of my voice, I want you to know you are not important because of your relationship status. You see what I'm saying? Whether you have a relationship, you have an intimate relationship or not, you are inherently valuable. You are inherently loved. Yes, you are inherently special, right? So you don't need, because it says the neediness is part of the bait and trap that we get pulled into these kinds of relationships with. Yes, watch out for any relationship with anyone that in 1 week the guy is proposing to you, the guy's head over in love, he's in love with you. Yeah, in this case, yes, he's keen interest. He has keen interest in moving in with you right after the first date, right after the first meeting. He wants to come over. Yes, he wants to come over. Right? Now, let's go. Next red flag. How to spot a homosexual. Lack of long-term housing. Once again, how would you know that? You have to ask certain questions. Every one of us, we have a history. You have to get into someone's history. That's going to help you to understand who this person is. Where have you lived before? Then you check it. You check. Because if someone is moving from place to place to place, that ought to trigger a red flag in you. If someone cannot provide clear explanations about where they've lived recently, can give you an address, you ask where they lived and decide to red flag, ladies and gentlemen. right? What's another red flag? Financial instability. There's a consistent pattern of financial instability. Or, you know, they're always talking about how they're down in the luck and they lost this job and they're struggling here and this and that and the other and playing the victim. Listen, they're playing on your compassion and your tenderness and your kindness. And it's an abuse. It really is an abuse. You've got to listen. Anytime someone is professing love and yet they are avoiding certain discussions about where they work, about previous employment, about their debt, about their financial status or their financial plans. You know, I was having a conversation with someone after one of the lives, and they were sharing, you know, it might be difficult to really ask someone that you're now dating certain financial questions. Listen, I was like, I rather it be difficult. I rather it be difficult up front, right? Because if someone doesn't have anything to hide, then I don't see what the problem is. I want to know where you're working, and it must be verifiable. Yeah, I want to be able to call your office and ask for you. No, that's another story. That's another story. I don't even want you to give me the number. I must be able to Google it. I must be able to get the number from somewhere else, yes, and call and ask for you. I'm serious. That's how it's. This guy of the young lady I was talking about with the TikTok series, he had a whole setup where he claimed to have had an administrative assistant and gave the young lady, who was his wife at the time, the administrative assistant's number. And when she would call that number to get to him, because he was supposedly in some high-paying job, a CEO or whatever position, top position in the company, nothing of the sort. He was the one answering the phone as the assistant and saying to her that he is in a meeting. You see what I'm saying? So when you are doing investigation, when you are investigating someone's background, yeah, you have to be very smart, and you have to be very sharp. Yes, you have to find ways, like, you know, to get the information that you need before you proceed. You put your heart into something, before you put your money into something, right? You have to be very, very careful. If someone's not giving you financial information early, I want it early before I invest. You're talking about how you love me. You're talking about how you want to get married to me after 2 weeks. You're talking about how you want to buy a home with me, and you don't want to give me financial information? Oh, no. You see what I'm saying? So if this person is all in love and planning to get married and all of that, then you should be willing to give me the financial information. And I want to be able to verify. And now that we know about reverse image search, oh yeah, we're reverse imaging everything. Do the search it out. Right? The financial statement you give, search it out. The car, search it out. Reverse image search. Yes, the everything, right? Because that is how you are able to spot these red flags. Because they could provide you with information that is untrue, so you have to check. You see what I'm saying? Because someone give you the information, you can just take that and then begin to proceed with your heart and all of that. You have to check. You don't even know if it's true. Yeah, and you don't know this person, as we would say from Adam. All right, so be very careful. Then another sign of this homosexual, a red flag for the homosexual. Once again, the homosexual may not willingly offer marriage early. Yeah, they want somewhere to live. They don't want you to know who they truly are. So they just want to be able to move in with you, live with you for as long as they can. And then they'll obviously you will get frustrated. Hopefully, obviously realize, well, no, this is not working out. You don't really care about me. You just want somewhere to stay. And then you will have them evicted. You understand? And then they move on to the next one. You don't want to be in a relationship with someone like this. Yes, they have no long-term plans to be with you. They just want to live with you. They want somewhere to live, not even live with you. No, if they're living with you, it's going to turn into a sexual. That's why they're called a hobo-sexual. Yes, you understand? So they just want a place to stay. And if you make it easy for them to stay, they will stay for as long as you allow them to stay. Right? Then what's the next red flag? They're overly interested in your housing situation early in the relationship. So these are not the ones that will want to marry you early, but they want to know about your housing situation. They'll claim to have a home. They'll never want you to come to them, but they'll always want to come to you. Red flag. Red flag, honey. Red flag. Okay? Right? Then let me give you one quick one, and then we're done. How to spot a homosexual? They begin moving in personal items into your space quickly. Move a little bag here, because they're living nowhere. Move a bag there, yes, and they just start moving in. And before you know it, they're in, yes? Then they start pressuring you for commitment. They want the keys, you know, they want a deeper relationship with you. Yeah, that's when they want to move in fully. Right? But you know it doesn't feel right. Yes, it just feels premature. That's one of the things the young lady was saying. Yeah, but COVID came and they were talking about where they're going to quarantine. You just met someone for 2 weeks. What are you talking about where? Where was he living before? Why can't he quarantine there? Everybody quarantine at their house. Why do you have to quarantine together? You just met the person for 2 weeks. But there's a reason. There's a reason, right? So how do you protect yourself from a hobo-sexual, right? Set clear boundaries will always be. Set clear boundaries early on. Nobody's coming over. Nobody's moving in. Nobody. It's not happening. You see what I'm saying? All right. That's not how I roll. That's not how I roll. From the start, you're going to know that. So move on if that's what you're after, right? If you don't have boundaries, let me tell you, when you don't have boundaries, it means that anyone could walk in and walk out of your life. You have to have boundaries. People will walk in, they'll violate your space, they'll violate you understand? Because you have no boundaries. You have to have boundaries in relationships. Even in a marriage, you have to have boundaries. Yes, in a friendship, you have to have boundaries. If you're dating, you have to have boundaries. All right, all right. That's how you put boundaries are for your protection. Come on, let's say it together. Boundaries are for my protection. I protect myself when I establish boundaries in a relationship. Okay, next thing, how do you protect yourself? You observe their living situation. Pay attention to their situation before getting too involved. What was their living situation? Where were they living before they want to move in with you? They want to check your house. No, I want to check your house. You want to come over to my house? Okay, and I want to come over to your house. That's how the kids roll, you know. I want to go over to Granny's house. Yeah, you come to my house, I come to your house. That's how it works. Yeah. Then how you protect yourself? You take it slow. Don't rush into moving in. No cohabitation. Yes, listen, that's dangerous when you are dealing with a homosexual. Yes. Then if the relationship progresses and you're talking, you want to have an open conversation about finances. How will the expenses be shared? Yes. You might decide, well, this is the man that God, you might decide that this is the man that God has connected me to. You need to have this conversation. How are we going to pay the bills? Who's paying the bills? Yes, and one of the things, anyhow, let me say, one of the things about the video that we watch on that's on TikTok and on YouTube is that this man, he wasn't a homosexual, right? But he paid the bills. He paid the bills, and the young lady said she was high on that. That just did it. He was paying the bills. Paying the rent and paying the lights and paying the gas and all of that. Who doesn't want that? See what I'm saying? But those are blinders. When those things happen in a relationship, you get blinded from what's really happening. And so you don't question the things that you need to question. It's all a part of the strategy. From day one, he said he was going to pay the bills. Why? Because he knows once he's paying the bills, then he sort of entrenches himself in the relationship, right? So here's the thing. Listen to your gut. And all along she's saying it, I just knew something was wrong, but she kept justifying it. Listen to your gut. Trust your instincts. That's why you have them. That's why you have them. So there you go. Your five men that you should never have a relationship with. All right? Put your questions in the Q&A. Here's what I want to share with you. 1 Corinthians. I want to encourage you. 1 Corinthians. Let me get it. Right. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 7 says, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. That's for the narcissist. Yes, it does not dishonor others. You got what I'm saying? Yes, it does not lie. Right? It does not deceive. It does not control. It does not manipulate. That's love. And that's what you want. You don't want any of these things, right? It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. Yeah? It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil. Right? That is why you don't date or be in a relationship with any of these types of men. Right? But love rejoices with the truth. Yeah? And it always protects. It always trusts. It always hopes. It always perseveres. Right? And why is that important? Because what we're really seeking is love. But what these types of men are offering is not love. It is not love. So I say this boldly. I say this without any, reservation. You should never be in a relationship with any of these types of men. Because what you will get will not be love. And that's what you want. In fact, that's what God wants you to have anyhow. Yes. You see, when it comes to dating, I want to remind us that we should cultivate relationships based on with patience, kindness, and a selfless attitude towards the other person. So we do it to you, you do it to us. Yes, and by embracing these qualities, you can build relationships founded on mutual respect and genuine love and care for each other, which would lead to more meaningful and lasting connections. Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Because this is what happens. When we ignore the red flag, we are leaning on our own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. I want to share this with you. Yes, before we get into questions, this verse, Proverbs 3, 5 to 6, it encourages us, to put our trust in God rather than, watch this, solely relying on our own judgments or desires. When it comes to dating, this can mean that we ought to seek God's guidance. Seek him in regards to choosing a spouse rather than being led by our fleeting emotions or superficial attractions. Seek the Lord, ladies and gentlemen. God's will is for you to have a beautiful relationship. God's will is to provide able partners, able people for you who will truly complement your life and your walk with God. God's will is for you to find or to be found. Yes, someone, that will lead, the relationship will lead to a fulfilling partnership. That's God's will. So I want to wrap my little word of encouragement to you right here. I want to take a look at the Q&A, and the chat looks very hot. Let me get to the Q&A. Let me take a peek at the chat. Yes, take a peek at the chat. Looks very hot. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. Boundaries are for my protection, right? No room in the inn. Fantastic. Have no room for you. Go to the shelter. Wow. Wow. Run. That's right. Dead weight. No money, no love. Right. Fantastic. Yes. Can't make love on a hungry belly. That's right. Glory, glory, glory. This is beautiful. Wonderful. And I wanna, because you see, when you share in the chat and you give your feedback, it lets me know that something has resonated with you, or something is resonating with you. And that's important. That's important for us to have as a community. Yes, we're here for, you're gonna have great relationship. Yeah. Once again, love is patient. So be patient. Let me get to the questions. Then we get to praying, and we would end. Okay, great. Question. If as a person you are the one who is a narcissist and is aware of the toxic traits, how can you get help? So if as a person you are the one who's a narcissist, okay, right, and you're aware of the toxic traits, how can you get help? You need to see a therapist. You need to go to a clinical therapist, professional therapist, so that you can get help, clinical help. Yes, because it's actually a disorder. It's actually a disorder. Yeah. So if you are on tonight and you recognize that you have these tendencies, then you need to seek professional help. Please, professional help. Okay, great. I hope that helps you. I'm in love with a narcissist, and my emotions and heart are fully into this relationship, and it's really difficult to let go of this relationship. How can I get help? It's always about them, but I can't help myself. I'm deeply in love. Great. You need to seek professional help. Hopefully tonight has helped you, because you, as I shared, there are things that you can do even though you are in a relationship with a narcissist, to protect yourself and take care of yourself. Yes. So some of the things I shared before, if you implement those things, then you can protect yourself. I've known people who were in relationships with the narcissist, but then the narcissist eventually left, because if I know, because they are in a relationship to get attention, they're in a relationship to feel as the one in control. They don't care about you. They have no empathy. They lack the ability to be emotionally invested in you. Yeah. And so as long as they are getting what they want from the relationship, they will stay in the relationship. The moment you become aware that you are in a relationship with a narcissist and you begin to protect you and you begin to take care of you, then they no longer get what they need from you, and most likely they will leave you and go to another victim, someone that they will give them what they want, because that's just the nature of narcissism. Okay, so if you're deeply in love, right, and you are not getting love, you see, love must be reciprocated. So if you are deeply in love but you are not getting any love in return, at some point in time, the light bulb will come on, and you will recognize that this is just a one-way street and it never works. It never works. So it's only a matter of time before either he leaves or you begin to take care of yourself, and the situation basically would resolve itself. What you educate yourself and you make sure that you are emotionally cared for, take care of yourself physically, emotionally, psychologically, and you should be fine. All right. Awesome. Awesome. If you're married to a narcissist, oh, we have a lot of narcissist questions. That's beautiful. If you are married to a narcissist, how do you deal with him? You can't. You can't. You can only deal with you. You can only deal with you. You see what I'm saying? Yes. So you have to make sure that you are taking care of you. You have to educate yourself about narcissism, yes, because, for example, it is a disorder. It is a disorder at its worst state. Yeah, it is a disorder. It is an illness, right? And it's like someone who has any disease. As much as you would want to help them, they are the ones who must help themselves. Right? So you cannot help a narcissist, but you can protect yourself. You see what I'm saying? You will know that God forbid that there's something that really matters to you, that there's any situation that you're dealing with where you need emotional support. You're not going to get emotional support from that person because they lack the ability to give that to you. Right? So if you can reconcile that within yourself, then that's one thing that you have covered, right? Because maybe you have other people in your life that would give you that support. Okay. Now, if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, right? You just have to make the adjustment. Yes, you're gonna know. You know that if you decide to grow, if you decide to excel in any area, there's gonna be competitiveness. There's gonna be jealousy. If you prepare to handle that, wonderful. You see what I'm saying? You have to be able to handle yourself in that relationship. Right? If you can't handle yourself, if it's affecting your mental, your emotional wellness and state of being, you may want to separate from that relationship. You understand? But I don't know if there's anything that you can do, yes, in terms of dealing with him, right? You got to deal with yourself and make decisions for yourself, because a narcissist doesn't make decisions with you in mind. A narcissist makes decisions with him in mind. You understand what I'm saying? Every decision he makes is about him. Every single one is all about him. All right? So that's just once you educate yourself, then you are able to deal with him based on what you're dealing with. All right? Hope that helps you. Hope that helps you. Fantastic. Love the questions. Love it. Keep them coming. I have a friend who is in a catfish relationship. She knows that the person is not who they say they are. After I overheard her talking to him and realized that he has an African accent, and he said that he lives in Poland, and his profile pic is a white person. However, because he makes her feel good, she is still in communication with him. He has already conned her thousands of dollars. Fantastic. All right. So in a situation like that, we're dealing with her lack of self-worth, her lack of self-respect, right? We're dealing with her lack of self-esteem. So in a situation, she is in it now for the emotional high that she gets when he tells her how much he loves her, but she doesn't realize that he's still playing the game. And these catfish type of men, he will never stop calling her. because he's in it for the money. He just knows that over time he's going to make another request and he's going to get through. These guys don't stop. It's like these phone calls that we get, robocalls that we get. Yeah. They don't stop. You tell them, take you off the list, they keep calling. You do all kinds of they keep calling. They don't stop. Why? Because they want to wear you down. And at some point in time, they believe that if they can get you on the phone for 2 minutes, that they'll get a deal. That's their business. They don't care about you. So someone like that, she's having an emotional relationship with a scammer. So that's her decision. She made a decision. So she's going to have to come out of that on her own. Yeah, she's going to have to come out of that on her own. Something probably major going to happen and hopefully nothing dangerous. All right? Because these are not people you play with. They're not people you play with. Okay, when you find out that you have been deceived, when you find out that you have been lied to, when you find out that you have been conned, I mean, what will make you stay in a relationship like that? I mean, it's clear. See what I'm saying? So now it's not even he is the problem. No, she has become the problem. Because the natural thing to do in a situation like that would be to end that relationship right away. All right, good. So let's go to the next question. Can you share conversation starters with us on how to remove yourself from any of these types of relationships? Okay, great. So, for example, let's say it is an online relationship. Okay, let's say it's a catfish. Let's stick with the catfish, or maybe a romance scammer or anything of this sort, right? So once you recognize that you see the red flags, okay? So you recognize you've been catfished or this person is a catfish, right? Hopefully you are not too invested in the relationship and you can just end it. You can just end it. Because you see, once you're emotionally invested in a relationship, it's not as easy. Yes, because emotions are very powerful, right? And when you are emotionally invested in a fraudulent relationship, it doesn't feel any different. It's the same emotions you feel. You feel love. You feel, the euphoria. You feel euphoric. I mean, you wake up excited and you go through all the same emotions. It's just that this person is not really, just that it's not really love. You see? And so what you want to do, if you are able to, recognize it, you see the red flags early and you're able to, say, no, this is not a real relationship, and I'm looking for a real relationship, then that should be hopefully a no-brainer, and you're able to say, this is not what I want, right? In fact, it's nothing. Okay, you saw that, the signs, here's the thing, right? If now you know that this person is not real, if you're a Christian, you just go to the Father and say, Lord, thank you. You go to the Lord in prayer and say, I thank you. Now I know that this is not real. It was never for me. It's not something that you should really have a great difficulty in terms of, listen to me, in terms of telling yourself what you need to tell yourself to step away from that relationship. Because to tell yourself otherwise, and this is where, when I do the series on YouTube, I'm going to help you. To tell yourself otherwise is to now flip the script from that person to you. So now it is you who we must now look at. Because why? Why, after having found out that you have lied to me about everything, that I still want to have a relationship with you? So now it's no longer about the catfish. It's about me. It's about the other person. It's about my needs, my desires, my what's the word I'm looking for? The word is just leaving me. Yeah, but it's about my need to have a relationship. My desperation is the word. I'm so desperate for love and for marriage, and it's no longer about the catfish. It's now about me. Yes, it's now about the other person, right? And so people who would generally get in deep into these things, because someone who has a pretty good sense of self, right? Someone who has a pretty good sense of self, once they spot the red flags, they'll make the decision. Does it mean that they won't hurt? Of course they would hurt. Does it mean that they won't be disappointed? Of course they'll be disappointed, but they'll know that is the best decision for them and they'll make it. You see what I'm saying? So conversation starters, if someone, and this is my hard core way of treating with certain things, because when you're dealing with a scammer, there's no soft way to deal with a scammer. They are boss manipulators. They are professional. You would think it's just, that's not one person. They don't treat with one person, You see what I'm saying? They are, listen to me, they are professional manipulators. So there's no conversation starters with these guys. You see what I'm saying? Because when we want to engage in conversation after we found out the truth, what we're really trying to do is justify, I really didn't get involved in this. I really didn't get scammed. You want this person to tell you something, yeah, so that you could prove to yourself that you were not that girl who did that. You see what I'm saying? That did not happen to you. So is that you need you want to justify what you did, because you want it to end up not being what you found it out to be. That's really what's happening. So how do I have a conversation with someone who lied to me? I have no conversation. I am just out of it. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I did this research. The house is not true. The car is not true. The address is not true. Your background, there's no truth there. I am out of there. There's no conversation. The only conversation you have is with yourself. You talk to yourself. You talk to your friends. Yeah. You talk to your family members. You talk to a professional therapist. Yeah, you talk to your spiritual leader. That's it. That's where you need to have the conversations. You see what I'm saying? If you are on the live tonight and you recognize that you are in any one of these situations, you're the con artist, a romance scammer, catfish, a hobo-sexual, listen to me, you need to have conversations, but with the right people. Yeah, you need to have conversation with yourself. You need to have, then don't trust them because you can try to justify yourself based on your own personality trait, what you desire out of life and where you are and all of that. But then you need to have conversation with your friends. You need to have conversation if you have a pastor, spiritual leader. Have conversation with your family members, those that you know and trust and you could talk to. Maybe it's an auntie that you always talk stuff with. You understand? Talk to your auntie. Talk to the people outside of that that man. Okay, and that's where the conversations need to be had. And listen. In the multitude of counsel, you will end up being wise. You'll end up making the wisest decisions for your own self and for your own life. These people never cared about you in the first place. So there's no, nothing is going to change. They'll just tell you another lie. Just tell you another lie and another lie. All right? Hope that helped you. I am 50 years old. I'm lonely. And at times, okay. And at times, I feel vulnerable. And I've been praying for a spouse. And sometimes it gets me depressed. Sometimes I feel like God is not hearing my prayer. What are some of the things I can do to to make me more marketable. Wonderful. Why do you feel you're not more marketable? Why? Oh, no, no. Why do you feel you're not marketable enough right now? You may very well be. Yeah, you may very well be marketable enough. Now, let me just say something to you about the being marketable. Now, if you wanna improve on your life, go ahead, but do it for you. Go ahead, but do it for you, girl. Because what happens when we do things like this with the hope of attracting someone else, and it doesn't happen, then we get disappointed and then we get resentful. Okay, so if you wanna lose some weight, do it for you. If you want to do some extra stuff, do it for you, because that's what you want to do. All right. You know, I am sometimes we're thinking, well, I'm old. You're not. I know someone who at 62, I think she was, she sat on Starbucks, yes, and an older Caucasian man walked into Starbucks, and the rest is making history. A multi-millionaire. Yes, she was married, moved out of Brooklyn. She was living on the Upper East Side overlooking Central Park. You see what I'm saying? You see, if we're going to trust him, let's just trust him. And sometimes we are thinking that God is not hearing us, but God is preventing us and saving us from a lot of heartaches and a lot of pain. Trust him. Do not lean on your own understanding. In everything you do, acknowledging he will direct your path. Trust that he is directing your path. Yes. Once again, if you want to do some things, whatever it is you want to do, yeah, because there's no set things that a woman should do to make herself more marketable. You see what I'm saying? If you feel like you want to improve on any part of your body, you can do that, but do it for you. Do it for you. You see what I'm saying? All right. Whatever you want to do, make sure what you want to do. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. You got one life to live. Okay. And remember, your importance or your value is not tied to your relationship status. You are important, you are valuable, you are worthy of love that will never change. You are worthy of faithful love that will never change. You are beautiful, that will never change. You are, listen to me, you are precious, you are awesome, you are strong. Listen to me, you are intelligent. Those things are God-given. Listen, and anyone who doesn't value you, they should not have a piece of you. Yeah, so you will wait until someone comes along who values you. If not, you understand? If not, because some people never get married, they never get into, you know, or they had before and now they don't, or whatever. You know, life is like that, right? You don't have to resolve yourself to being, I will never have a good relationship, or will never have a long-lasting, I will never get married. No, you believe God. If you're a Christian, you continue to believe God, you continue to trust God. God has done some serious things. God has done some miraculous things. God has done something with some people. Let me tell you something. When they thought that this love, they'll never find love, they'll find it. You see what I'm saying? And now they're happy. Let me tell you, just wait on the Lord. Be of good courage and let him strengthen your heart. All right? Wait on the Lord. You're not, I know you might be lonely, but you're not alone. All right? You're not alone. All right? You just trust him and wait on him. I hope that helps you. All right. Next question. Can these types of relationships be found in friendships as well? Yes, yes. You can have friends who are narcissistic. You can have, especially the narcissist one, right? You can have friends who are narcissists. So just look out. Just look out for that. You don't want to be in a friendship like that, because a friendships are supposed to be have mutuality, and they're supposed to have vulnerabilities in relationship. That's what make relationships, you know, stick. That's what makes us bond with others, right? And so when you're treated with a narcissist, then that is very, very scarce. And even if it's there, it's on this cycle where okay, so I value you now, but then I devalue you later. So that's like a wicked emotional cycle. And friendships, if that's in a friendship, you need to step back, because that's not a true friendship. You understand what I'm saying? That's not a true friendship. And that person, if you see that trait in a friend, you need to have a sit down. You need to, if that person is your friend, and you need to say to this person, how about if you talk to someone? Maybe they have been severely traumatized, yes, from childhood, and so they built up resistance to loving, truly loving person, loving others, and showing any kind of emotions that does not benefit them, right? So in other words, they can't show emotions to you if you are going through something, if you need emotional support, if you need that love and attention from them. If it's beneficial to them, then you'll enjoy that moment. But after that, it's nothing comes to you solely for you. All right. So relationships don't work like that. That's not a healthy relationship. As a matter of fact, it can be very toxic. We have toxic friendships, and you need to just step away from those relationships as well. It's not healthy for you. If you realize you're in a toxic friendship, you need to step away. It's not what God designed for you. We must always want the best. We must always want what it, and this is not judging persons or anything like that, but you must know what's good for you. Yeah. And God has designed us a way for we can tell what's good for us. We can tell what's not good for us. You put something in your mouth, you taste it, and you will spit that thing out. It's not for you. It might be great for me. I'm like, oh my God. But you, not for you. So we gotta figure it out. Yeah. So same thing with relationship. You know when a relationship is not good for you, you might be trying to justify me to myself, or try to fix the person, try to help the person. And we're gonna talk about that in the YouTube series, but you know when it's not good for you. And when you get that gut, when you get that feeling in your gut, you need to take action on it. All right. Hope that helped you. Hope that helps you. Thank you for asking that question. Can you share one more type of man women should stay away from? Yes. Let me share one more, because you asked. And I told you if you asked that I was going to share. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Let me see. Let me give you a good one. I'm going to try to give you a very good one. Let me see. All right. Let me see. We talked about control. We talked about narcissist. We talked about gaslighter. We talked about, okay. All right. Let me give you a general one. Someone who is, I will call the perpetual victim. This person is the perpetual victim. They play the victim in every situation. And what it does is it allows them to avoid responsibility for their actions and rely on you to solve their problems. You don't want to be in a relationship with someone like that. The perpetual victim. You know what's a red flag? There's a red flag. They're constantly blaming others for their problems. It is never their fault. Always someone else's. They are reluctant to take responsibility for their actions. And they manipulate situations to gain sympathy. I hope that helped you. Yes, ma'am. Yes. That's another type of man that every woman should avoid. Not taking responsibility. Walk away. All right, great. One more question and then we'll pray. One more question. I have a friend that is married for 7 years, but her husband does nothing in the home. Don't pay bills, make groceries, and always claims he's tired. What advice to give her? All right, this is an interesting question. He does nothing in the home. He doesn't pay bills. And he's tired. Is he ill? Does he have some sort of, is he depressed? That's they need to do a health check, a wellness check on him. Maybe he's not well physically, maybe emotionally. There's some mental, maybe there's mental illness at work. So they need to. I would have him checked. I will have him go to the doctor. I don't know, take him to the doctor. If it's a husband, he married for 7 years. I don't know if this has been happening for the 7 years of the marriage. I hope not. And so yeah, I would have him checked to see what's happening, because this is like an unnatural situation. If this was his modus operandi, if this was his behavior, his actions before marriage, and she still got married to him, maybe when she got married to him, what was his financial status? Was he working? When was the last time he worked? You know, she needs to talk to a counselor where she can get specific help. She needs to seek counsel, and hopefully maybe family therapy. Hopefully both of them can go to therapy and get some help if they have a spiritual leader who is able to counsel persons on this level, because they definitely need it. Then that's what they should do. That's what she should do. Try to get some counseling and to get to the root of why he is not working, why he's always tired, why he doesn't contribute. Obviously, if he's not working, he can't contribute financially to the home. Do they have a romantic relationship? Is there any romance happening in the house? What is happening? Because sometimes it's like the sister who you said who she found out that the guy is not who he is, but she's still in a relationship because he's meeting a need, an emotional need. Sometimes people stay in relationships because it's meeting a need. It may not be healthy, but it's meeting a need. So yeah, that's what she would do. That's what she needs to do, and that's what I would advise her to do. All right, fantastic. Woo! Wow. You guys did so amazing tonight. Amazing. Now, if you have a specific prayer request that you would like me to pray for you about, I'm going to pray a general prayer over everyone. I want you to put it in the chat. When I'm through prayer here, I'm going to just release a prayer over you and that specific prayer request that you have in the chat. But I'm going to just pray for everyone at this time. All right? Because I always want to pray for you. I believe in the power of God. And when we pray that God will answer us and show us great and mighty things. So believe God for a miracle tonight. If you're looking for a relationship, believe God for a miracle tonight. If you are in a relationship and you're navigating through some challenges and so believe God for freedom, for breakthrough as I pray with you tonight. All right? Father, we come before you tonight, and Lord, I pray for everyone navigating the waters of dating, Lord. Grant them your wisdom and discernment to recognize the signs and red flags that may indicate that a relationship is not rooted in your love and the respect that you desire for us, your children. Lord, I pray that you will bless everyone with the strength to set and maintain healthy boundaries, the courage to walk away from situations that do not honor their worth, and the patience to wait for a relationship that uplifts and supports them in accordance to your will. Lord, guide the path that they walk in. Help them, Lord, to discern the intentions of those they meet. Lord, ensuring that their emotional and spiritual well-being are cared for. Father, I pray tonight that, oh God, that you will release words of encouragement to them to seek you first in all things, trusting that the identity and value are found in you, and that from this foundation of love and respect, they can build other relationships that are full of joy and truth and are truly fulfilling. Father, I pray that you'll protect their hearts from deception and harm, and surround them with a community of friends and family and loved ones that offer wise counsel and supported them, Lord. And may your peace, which surpasses all understanding, guard all of our hearts and mind in Christ Jesus. Lord, as your people seek to find love, and as we seek to find love, Lord, and even ultimately a spouse, Lord, we thank you. And we pray this prayer in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Woo! Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, there was another question. Another question. Let me just take this question. If a husband is a gambler and doesn't assist with anything in the house, no bills paid, only the wife pays everything, I guess the question is, what should happen in that case? A gambler or an addict is another person that you want to, as much as possible, if you know someone is a gambler, that you should know that's a huge red flag, and that will pose potential harm to any relationship that you have with that person. Now, I know persons can become addicted to any substance, even gambling, after marriage. So what do you do if this is happening after marriage? What do you do is you seek professional help. And if that person is not prepared to get professional help, then that is a deal breaker, because that relationship will not work. That person has gone and going in the opposite direction of God's will, all right, for you and for your marriage. And therefore, that definitely is a deal breaker. Because if you continue to feed that addiction, then you become, part of the addiction. I forget what they call it. It's a codependency or something like that. So both of you are working together to feed the addiction. So you don't want that. So seek professional help. And if the person is willing to accept that I am addicted and to seek help, then you work with that person so that they could get the kind of help that they need, whatever treatment they need, whatever processes they need he needs to go through, then you are there to support, right? In the meantime, you must take care of yourself. Because sometimes we can be so busy taking care of a spouse who's in crisis, a spouse who's in trouble, a spouse who's addicted, and we're so focused on them and helping them and running here with them and this and that with them, and that we don't take care of ourselves. The wife must make sure that she takes care of herself, practice excellent self-care, right? Yes, and make sure that she is doing well. All right. And that's how you can handle that situation. And I hope that helps. An enabler, right? That's the word, an enabler. Yes. For when you are helping, when you are feeding an addiction in someone else, you become an enabler. So you're not really helping the other person. So yeah, you want to get help, and the direction of the help must to get that person free and living a healthy lifestyle. Okay. Fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so very much. Oh my goodness. Listen, now you know what we're going to do? In the chat, we're going to put our takeaways. What are you taking away? What is your biggest takeaway from tonight? Maybe it's not for you, maybe it's for a friend, but what really, resonated with you? Just name one thing and share one thing with us, what resonated with you, right? I'm going to read them out in a minute. While you're doing that, I just want to remind everyone to check out our YouTube channel and please subscribe. Please, if you can just go to the channel and just subscribe, I will really, really, really appreciate it. Then when you check out our videos, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you share the video with a friend, someone else who can benefit from it, and so that we can really get the word out that this body of information is going to be available for all of us, and we can easily access, the information. All right. We're going to be here every Monday night discussing all kinds of topics. You have already given me a list of things that you would like for me to share. And so it's going to be coming. All right. Also, if you have not yet read my ebook on emotional intelligence, it's absolutely free. And as I've been sharing, you will never have good relationships without a certain level of emotional intelligence. Relationships fall apart because there's a lack of emotional intelligence operating throughout the relationship. So it's a very, very powerful book. The principles are laid out very, very simple, how you can develop and grow in your emotional intelligence. It's something that you can grow in. It's something that it's not like your IQ. Your IQ is your IQ. No, when you your emotional intelligence, you can actually grow and develop it. So check out that book. It's absolutely free. All right. If you go over to the YouTube channel, under each or the latest video, we just posted a video yesterday on dating red flags. It's a series. And that's just the introduction, and I explain what a red flag is and why it's important for you to recognize red flags in that video. Right in the comments, in the description of the video, you'll see the link to the free ebook. Just click on the link and it'll take you, and the ebook is downloadable, so you can download it and you can read it. All right. Let's see what we're taking away. Let's see what we're taking away in the chat. You guys are powerful. I love you. I love you. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Let me see where we're at. Hey, Sharon. Hey. How are you? How are you? Welcome. Hey, Sharuf. Where were you, Sharuf? I was looking for you early, girl. I was looking for you. Didn't see you. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Shauna. Hey. All right, great. Let's see what we're taking away. The importance of self-care. Yes, importance of self-care. Regardless of where you find yourself, regardless of what's happening around you, if you take care of yourself, you give yourself like 1,000% chance of getting out of it. Yes, take care of yourself. Very important, right? Sharon says, I'm taking away boundaries for my protection in all my relationship. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. Yeah, Sharufa. So many, but the hobo's ability to notice them up front. Yep. Wonderful. Great. You're welcome, Sharon. You're very welcome. You have to read it again. I have it long time. Yes, please go, because I have another book coming out. Oh, I'm so excited about it. Another book coming out. I wanna say next Monday, but by Wednesday, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to send out an email letting you know if I'm going to launch it next Monday at the Monday Night Live. Yes, powerful book. Oh, wow. I'm so excited about it. It's unlocking. The title of the book is Unlocking Harmony. 10 proven steps to improve your relationship. Oh, and I tell you what it is. I tell you, give you steps how to practice each step and why you should practice each step, along with practical examples. It's like a manual. It's not a book that you read. It's like okay, let's say one of the steps is communication, and you know you're struggling in your relationship with communication, you go directly to that chapter and you have everything you need right there to start working on your communication in your relationship. Yes, if it's romance, I give you steps, step by step, what you can do to improve the romance in your relationship. Yes, so this is going to be a powerful tool. It's a tool I'm giving to you, right? It's not a novel. It's a tool that you're going to need to apply to your relationship to improve your relationship. And we will go only one step really is limited to like a romantic relationship. All the other steps, all the other 9 steps will work for any relationship, right? Fantastic. Okay, great. Let's go. Claudette says, keep no secrets. Share openly with friends and family. Yes, yes. As you get to know people, yes, please, please, please. That's a key to our freedom. Yes, key to our freedom. Share with the people in your life. Yes, boundaries are so important to our safety. Yes, excellent, excellent. That's powerful. Lorna says, or boundaries is for my protection. Yes, they are for your protection. Siren said, not to be in any abusive relationship. Value myself. Yes, Siren, go with it. That's a good takeaway. Yes, powerful. Avalon says, you can't deal with a narcissist. You can only deal with you. Ooh, I received that again back to me. Yes, it just hit me again. Yes, yes, yes. Sheba says, a narcissist doesn't make decisions with you in mind. They only make decisions with himself in mind. Wow. Oh, that's a quote. I said that. Yes, fantastic. That actually goes for con artists. That's right. Gaslighters, homosexual. That's right. That's right. Yes. All these types of relationships are centered in self. Watch out and stay away. If you're already there, then take care of yourself. That's just the bottom line. Fantastic. Pastor Rhonda said, block and delete every suspected scammer. You go right to the root of it. There's no negotiation, no conversation. That person's a scammer. That's the end of that story. All right. And then you just heal yourself. God will heal you. He does heal. He's a healer. Yes. And God will take care of you and lead you back. That's what repentance is, to the right path. Yes, Avalon says, this chat is so informative. I'm so thankful, Apostle. Oh, thank you so much. You're so welcome, Avalon. It's my absolute honor and my absolute pleasure to be here with you and to share, what I've learned over the years, and I'm still learning. All right, thank you. Thank you. Sharon says, whoa, congratulations. Looking forward to reading this. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, we've come to the end of another Monday Night Live. Guess what? I'm so grateful. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing with your friends. Thank you for sharing with your girlfriends. Thank you for being here. Listen, those of you that are on, you can expect to have emails from me. Check your email. It's going to be my main way of communicating with you. Those of you who are on our email list, you get inside scoop. You get information before it hits social media. Yes. So please check your emails. All my communications, anything that's happening. Who didn't get email? You should have gotten an email. No. You should have gotten 2 emails from me, 3 emails from me. You should have gotten an email on Wednesday. Petal, you should have gotten an email on Friday, and you should have gotten an email today. I'm going to have to go check and see why. You checked today? No, I'm going to check and see why. Yeah, I'm going to check and see why you're not receiving any emails. Okay? Awesome. Petal, put your email. Petal, give me the email again, please. Let me make sure that is correct. But yeah, when you signed in to come in, that's the email I use. Not even this one that you put in the link. That's the one that you sign in. Shirline Kennedy. Put the email again in the chat, Petal. Shirlene Kennedy. 2 N's. Oh, yeah. I know this SHA-17. I know this email. 13, 20. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna rectify this. Petal, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. Okay? Awesome. All right, everybody. So have a great night. All right. And I love you. God bless you. And stay safe in this relational dating world. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night, Sharufa. Good night, Sharon. Good night, Pedal. Good night, Evelyn. Good night, Sheba. Good night, good night, good night. Bye-bye. Bye, Delia. Bye, Lorna. Bye, Rhonda. Bye, Samantha. Hey, Samantha. How are you? Hey, Jackie, Reverend Jackie. Goodbye.